Welcome back. Ocean View High School, the Scene National League 2019 season, week 3. And we're underway with our second game of the day. Pacific Coast Riptide taking on Commerce. Cammie Craig and Greg Meskel here with you from Huntington Beach, California. It's Riptide in the dark and Commerce in the white as we get things underway. Commerce looking for their first victory here in the National League, their first season in the National League. Riptide also looking for their first victory. They have a couple of ties, though. They're 0-5-2, Commerce 0-7. So somebody, Cammie, is going to get that first win.
Riptide here with the home court advantage. I believe this is where Riptide does practice.
That is correct, yes. They, the friendly confines here of Ocean View High School. So see if that pays off. Steal there, and Brock Gordon coming up with a steal. He'll push ahead now. Here's Devin Mefford as a 2-on-1 developing. Kremp moving in. Turned away. De La Mora batting that one back on what looked to be a surefire 2-on-1. Commerce, so well known for their age group program. You don't see them play at the open level often. Great to see him here in the National League and battling in close, faking and turned away. Goalies doing big work early here. Shivalovsky turning that one away on the attempt in close.
Goalies are awake and present this morning. It's always a good reminder as a field player that you got to put a little into it, even when you're one-on-no-one in front of the cage.
Yeah, change it up a little bit, throw a little something extra at that goalie they haven't seen before. Last attempt there is turned away, and now Riptide on the attack. That pass to nobody in particular. And it's stolen away by Commerce and Justin Contreras.
Seems to be a little miscommunication on that offensive counterattack by Riptide.
Dangerous pass there. That went over the top. I believe it was a pass, and it's taken back by Riptide as they'll now look to start their offense. Scoreless early on. Couple of chances that would make you think it might be 1-1, but goalies with big stops in the early moments.
Riptide getting the opportunity to set up their offense here. Center working hard, leading to an ejection here.
Yep, exclusion called and a power play coming. So Riptide will go up on the 6-on-5. As the exclusion there is on Commerce and Mario Moran. Mefford, lefty bar down and out, and then a battle in close. Make that Chase McCall, excuse me, on the attempt. And it's taken back by Commerce.
Like you said, Greg, Commerce is known for their age group program, which makes you wonder how many of these guys on this Commerce team this morning grew up learning how to play water polo together and then find themselves here today in the pool continuing to play polo together.
Heavy bet to say everybody, like all of them, I think, yeah. Probably all at the same pool.
Which is incredible. I mean, you're looking at potentially anywhere from 8 to 12 years of playing water polo side by side.
And this is differing ranges of ages in this Commerce program into 20s and 30s. But yeah, great to see the program into the Masters level now here in the National League, their first year in, as Riptide gets the turnover and McCall leads the way. Martino fires that one inside on the entry. Looking to set up Mefford. Kennefic now back inside. Mefford and stolen.
Some quick entry passes into Riptide's center play there, which typically leads to opportunity. But again, if you don't give your center enough time to regather those legs, it can be coming too quick.
Got to respect the centers, as Cammie Craig, three-time Olympic center, will tell you.
Centers will work for you if you work for them. It's an easy game.
It's it's a funny thing with water polo players. Depending on the position that they played, as the follow here is controlled by Shivalowski, giving the Mutombo finger wave there. Do a lot of games with Chris Dorst, a goalkeeper. It's funny how whatever position the person played, that bleeds into their feeling about how things might go.
Yeah, it takes one to know one, right?
Knocked down there. And De La Mora has made some stops early.
Again, our goalies are on this morning.
Caffeinated, up early, ready to go, warmed up.
This is our second game of the day, but these are early games. It's still 9 a.m. and to get your body going as an athlete, to jump in this pool and do what water polo demands you to do, you got to make sure you're nice and warm and ready to go.
This is still brunch time on the East Coast even. I mean, people are still getting their weekend started in certain parts of the country.
And we are started here today at Ocean View High School.
Here's a look over the top, and De La Mora no on that lob try. A little flip on the try from Martino. Some live time subbing here coming from Commerce as we haven't really had a break in the action.
Wasting no time. Okay, I'm out, you're in.
Get some fresh bodies in here for Commerce.
Like you said, that could really feel like ice cold water thrown to your face when you're jumping in and you're going a whole quarter straight without any goals.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Nice defense there on the perimeter as Martino bats that one back. And now Riptide going to take advantage here of the hockey subbing that is available in these new FINA rules where you can sub along the side of the pool. So we haven't seen it much at the international level when it comes to national team stuff, but an opportunity here.
It's proving to be helpful here at this level.
Yeah, and for Commerce, perhaps a note to take is they could have used it previously instead of making everyone go to the corner. And there's our first goal from the outside. McCall gets Riptide on the board and has our first goal in this one. 2:13 left in the first quarter.
Really just taking his time here. You can see his body movement slide to one side, finding the angle he is looking for. Nice high cross cage finish.
And the shot buried there, and a 1-0 lead for Riptide. We saw the Long Beach State team in our last game, but that's current Long Beach State athletes. There are, of course, a host of Long Beach State alumni sprinkled throughout the National League. Little step-out chance here and a save. Shivalowski on the attempt there from Monsibaez.
Gordon takes the pass down. We have an exclusion.
Exclusion.
Charged against 8.
Will go against Commerce. And a power play here for Riptide. Exclusion there on number 8, Monsibaez. So missing on the one end and then excluded on the other. Riptide looking for that 2-goal lead. Good no-look inside off the post on the redirect there from Thorsness.
It was the right idea, definitely. Some good movement on the post play, but wasn't quite settled with his balance before receiving that ball. That's another thing, and it's a good look in timing, but as teammates and as a team, it's really important to know your teammates well enough to know when they're in that perfect balance position and ready to go for it.
Another exclusion. So that's back-to-back kickouts now on Monsibaez. He'll have 2 quick fouls here.
Refs keeping the game really tight early on. No nonsense.
And Jen McCall, Haas Ortega are officials in this one. Through the save and in and scored for Riptide. Thomas Martino. And frustration there for De La Mora as he was late to get over to that one. And I think feeling like the defender should have been in the way of that as well.
He was stuck kind of one-on-one there.
You can see him after the fact offering some instruction. And a 2-0 lead for Riptide under a minute to play. So our goals have come in the last couple of minutes here after it was a scoreless start to this one. Double team. Commerce looking for that first goal. Under a minute to play here in the first. Entry in on the bounce. Tough entry in there.
In true Commerce fashion, we're seeing a lot of different players roll through set. And it doesn't seem that they have one dominant center, but more of whoever's down there first, and then we'll roll in the next one. Then we'll roll in the next one. It's a very familiar style. I remember playing against their Commerce age group team.
Part of the versatility of that club. Everyone can play seemingly every position. Shot clock is off now, just 10 seconds left.
Made it hard. As a center, they would drive me over and over and over and over again. I'm like, no.
Last try here. And a pull down, one hand, De La Mora to end the first. So passionate play from our goalies. Some big stops on both sides early on, but then Riptide gets the 2-0 lead. And that's where we're at after one quarter in Huntington Beach. Come on back and join us for the second coming up after this.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Second quarter on the way. Riptide leading Commerce 2-0. Second game of the day here, week 3 of the National League. Thanks for joining us on USA Water Polo TV, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. I always look forward to your comments. Any questions, etc. We can take a look at those and give some shout-outs as well throughout the day. And Riptide starts with the ball. Live stats available at the Fosh, THEFOSH.net, thefosh.net. You can follow along right now. And the Fosh would tell you that both of our goalies, 3 saves each for De La Mora and Shivelovsky. Entry inside here, and Commerce is there for the takeaway. And then in transition, an exclusion. Great offensive opportunity developing here for Commerce. Moving in. Looking for some help as the excluded player is departing. That's Travis Knight.
Commerce getting organized with their balance.
But a big stop. Sivaslovsky turns that one away in close, and so a great chance there on the 6-on-5 for Commerce not to be.
Pass goes down. That's Travis Knight.
Coming up next, a good one. Olympic Club versus New York Athletic Club. That should be a good battle, always is, whenever those clubs get together.
Long-standing rivalry between the two teams. Always brings a little bit of extra energy when you play your rival.
And we know that'll have a factor in seeding as we look ahead to the Fisher Cup in a couple of weeks at UC San Diego. Offensive called against Commerce. They were ahead of the crowd, but now if Riptide can get to the ball, they're going to have quite the advantage as Kennefic is all alone, but credit Commerce for getting back in a hurry. Instead, they'll go in front. Knight and an ordinary.
Riptide with a bit of an advantage here and now having to follow up and organize their balance. Set up their half-court offense here.
Ordinary foul. Knight puts it up. Sam Gonzalez. Over to Kennefic.
Big field block.
Field block by Moreno.
Kennefic had all day. He kept walking in on that attempt, but then turned away in close by Commerce. It was Marlon Moreno getting a hand on that.
Field blocks feel so good as a outside player there. Gives the team a bit of energy.
Lob try and an easy pull down for a Riptide. So this has been the struggle, Cammie, for Commerce generating offense. They had that 1 6-on-5, but otherwise they haven't been able to get it going in the half-court set or on the counter.
Again, we talked about them not having a primary center, you know, and having to really be mobile on their offense to create, which when you have that style of offense, it can lead to a bit of, you know, lack of balance and a lot of crowdedness in front of the cage. And so, you know, it takes a lot of mobility and it takes a lot of movement and it takes a lot of awareness and geography and understanding where you are in front of the cage. And it's not an easy offense to play.
Right as the shot clock expires, Riptide gets that shot off, but nothing there, and now some subs for Commerce. Yeah, the offense says, as Cammie just described, that's been the challenge here for Commerce. Can they crack this Riptide defense?
Great center entry pass straight to the hand, leading to an exclusion with only 1 second on the clock, so really taking advantage of their time here.
Riptide is looking to spring Travis Knight the other direction. And that shot just sailed high, got away from Moreno as he let that one fly. Interesting, so Riptide looked like they were going to send a player, try and get some early offense going, and then after the exclusion, they had to race back. So it was a mini swim meet here between the offensive player and the defensive player. Riptide in close, dangerous entry, but enough to draw a penalty, as that one was tossed middle for Gonzalez. And that will go on Commerce. And a chance now for Riptide to go in front 3-0.
Always a dangerous position to be on the top side of your player on defense. Working inside there, you're going to get in a type of an exclusion or a 5-meter.
And score the goal on the penalty for Thorsness. And that's a 3-0 lead now for Riptide as they take advantage. Second look here. Gets De La Mora out of position.
We talked about goalies choosing a side prior to the shot being taken, and that's kind of what we saw here. Really moving to one side of the cage, and the shooter chose the other.
I understand it. That'd be my philosophy.
That would be your philosophy. I'd love to see you in a red cap in there, Greg, and see what you could do.
Allow so many goals. It would just be a parade of scoring.
A lot of ducking and, hey, good goal. Good shot.
Hey, well done.
Well done.
Let me get out of the way for you, make this a little bit easier.
Yep.
Cross pass there is batted down. Sivaslovsky stepping in front. 3-0 lead for Riptide. First half action here, under 4 to play in the second quarter.
Riptide with the advantage here.
Martino cruising in. Nobody picks him up. He'll have all day, and he puts it home. Speaking of defenders opening the door, Martino cruising in and a misassignment there from Commerce as he was able to work well inside 3 meters before he let that one go.
Riptide's offense does a great job shifting to the other side of the pool to leave that space. That red carpet rolled out for a great finish.
Over the top and in. And a 4-0 lead for Riptide. Looking inside, keeper out, a battle for it, and Riptide is there.
And that's the opportunity Commerce is looking for. And this is where our game, or any game, is really about inches. If that pass was maybe just a few inches back, we're looking at a really dangerous opportunity in a great position.
Ordinary called, and a little bit extra, an exclusion. That will go on Dominic Navarez. And the power play to Riptide.
Robinson took it back. Gordon to McCall.
Around the perimeter now, Riptide on the attack. And this is the other problem now for Commerce as the shot clock is winding down. Lob attempt, and De La Mora reads it, but they're being asked to play a lot of defense, and it's got to be deflating when that defense isn't leading to offense.
Right, no, and we've talked earlier on about playing a tight press defense allows you to kind of push and drive into your offensive attack. And if they're constantly being pulled back into a zone, it's hard to generate speed. It's hard to generate opportunity off that. And that's where Commerce likes to get their opportunities in that counterattack, in that transition.
On the power play now, can they take advantage? In front, and they jam it home. The power play strike is there for Commerce and Luis Flores. Much needed for Commerce.
We had seen this look a little bit earlier on their past 6-on-5. Again, they had great passing here. Finding the post, where this opportunity different is he's finishing low. When you finish low, you have more of an opportunity to skim that ball or get that ball underneath the goalkeeper's arm.
Which, again, you're the Olympian here, but you think a lot of cage up top. I have more room to work with. I'm going to put it high as maybe a novice player, but low is a better angle.
Yeah, and on post play, when you come up on your legs and you get the ball high, if you can stay on your legs and bring the goalie up with you, you're going to find a lot of opportunity underneath those arms. We always talk about finishing low, finishing low, finishing low from the post. Great entry pass here, leading to 6-on-5 opportunity for Riptide.
Another exclusion on Moreno. Actually, make that exclusion on Flores, excuse me. So he scores on one end and excluded on the other. Defense there early for Commerce. Sides come even now. Another stop, De La Mora. Big saves here in this first half. And Commerce controls. Tipped out by Sivalovsky on the attempt there from the perimeter. Then Viteri.
Good handle on the ball there. It's a bit of a surprise shot there, just kind of shrugging off the defense, giving himself just enough space to fire off a nice shot. It's a good thing the goalie was, again, awake and ready. Our goalies have been stepping up big in this game.
The exclusion on McCall. Approaching a minute left here in the first half. Around the horn they work it. Timer to 6. From the outside, and a stop is made. Low attempt near. Sivalovsky controls, and now the long outlet sides are even. This is Brock Gordon pushing ahead. Further ahead throws it, but De La Mora was ready. That was a dangerous pass. Trying to get all the way out in front to Martino, but led him a little bit too far.
Commerce now will have the advantage after a hard push counterattack from Riptide. We're trailing a bit. Again, Commerce with a 6-on-5 opportunity, recovering back.
Now a little 5-on-5 here as players from both sides head down to the other end. Shot clock to 4. Commerce has got to go. Here's the attempt, field blocked. Rebound. They'll have another attempt here with 2 on the clock. The shot's got to go. From the outside, the save is there from Sivilovsky, and that is all for the first half. And great goalkeeping to start. That carried us throughout this first half, but Riptide able to work their way to a 4-1 lead. And in this matchup against Commerce, one of these teams will get their first win here in 2019. We will take a timeout and return with the third quarter. You're watching live on USA Water Polo TV.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. Second half underway between Commerce and Riptide. Cammie Craig and Greg Meskel joining you here.
Riptide wasting no time and coming out in a strong press defense, making Commerce really work back to that 2-meter line.
And Riptide has changed their goalie. Alfred Becker has come on now to replace Edward Sivislavsky.
Commerce finding a nice isolation there to put the ball into set, but just a little off, making that center have to work, leading to a turnover. Gordon working the ball down the pool, looking for opportunities,
Nice
finding
job
the
here.
center.
Yeah, there he is, center inside, but the ball's taken away. Good defense from Commerce and Contreras.
Again, as a center, I've been pretty impressed by the passes that are right on hand to our centers.
looking to get those folks involved early.
Works in the post, so put the ball over.
Ordinary called. Contreras. Dangerous cross pass, and it was last touch by Riptide and Mefford. And so Commerce can put this in play with Navarez.
Again, we're seeing a consistency and struggling with having a presence inside that 2-meter position for Commerce. Spending a lot of time in this offensive possession without that
No goal.
true liner, I guess.
Yeah, so close there on the turn from Contreras. Got past the keeper. He's thinking goal, but credit Becker able to go back and snag that one. Offensive.
And a contra foul.
And Riptide will give that one away.
Ball back to Commerce. Menu sends the ball down.
Commerce doing a great job moving the ball down the pool. Looking for the team to follow that ball.
Little tangle here. And now they'll set things up for Viteri. Offense has been the struggle for Commerce. Nothing coming easy on the offensive end. But credit their defense because Riptide hasn't exactly lit it up either. Here's a look from the outside. Low skip, and Becker's there to the left. And now the long outlet leaking out. Here is Gordon. Defender giving chase. Brock Gordon moving in to about 2 meters. Puts on the brakes. Tipped away. De La Mora not having it.
Taking it right off the forehead and letting it be known.
But wasting no time. Riptide right back.
Tapping into the new rules there, corner throw.
You can go on the corner throw, and Riptide does exactly that.
If you're having a hard time remembering these goals, you can go on the corner throw. There you go.
There you go, it's rhyming. Yeah, everybody not ready for that at all, thinking, okay, there's going to be a pass, but instead a wide open cage and a 5-1 lead.
I mean, that's just great awareness, great self-awareness on that. I think, you know, it's so easy when you've been playing the game a certain way for so long to fall into those habits of movements. Okay, corner throw, I'm going to come out a little bit as a goalie. I'm going to look at where the ball might be going next. And unfortunately, it's going into the back of the cage because we're forgetting
Yes.
the new rules, right? And that's so easy to do when things are kind of been built in, right?
Ball goes in. Kennefick follows and comes up.
Takeaway, Riptide looking to build some momentum.
Call works in a set. They put the ball back.
For both Riptide and Commerce, you know, they're spending some time getting into their balance and getting into their attack offensively, and we're seeing a lot of attack at the end of the shot clock here. With that, we kind of, you know that the shot is coming, so the defense is more aware, the goalies are more aware, and it's not it doesn't lead to, you know, high percentage opportunities.
It isn't much surprise, right, when that shot clock is down to 5. Everyone knows something has got to be going towards goal.
That's right.
Under 5 to play here in the third quarter. Mefford controlling, looking to work past his defender.
Good patience there. Opportunity coming ball side.
Commerce gets back to double team the center spot. Shot clock to 7, and the steal is there. Ruiz coming around the way to make that takeaway.
A little bounce on that center entry pass, leading to an easy steal for Team Commerce.
The exclusion on the other end. Commerce looking to cash in. In close. Score it. Oh, on the 6-on-5. Monsibaez hitting.
With the goal.
Quick catch and release. It's a 5-2 game.
Commerce looking to attack really quickly.
See everyone pointing weak side.
But still feeling just a little bit of pressure on that pass as well. Finding it low again, low underneath that goalie's arm. That's where you're wanting to finish when you're that close to the cage.
Halfway through the third quarter. Riptide has led throughout in this one. High on the attempt there. Exclusion on the other end. So perhaps Commerce can chip away a little further. Exclusion there on Graham. Riptide thought they were off to the races there on a turnover.
We'll see good patience here from Commerce. You can see their movement looking to bring one up into position for an easy shot. It's interesting. This is our second game of the day, and we've seen quite a few 6-on-5s, this morning. And I noticed there's not been a lot of movement. And when I say movement is, really taking the ball in to shift their offense and really put their players in position for a good angle on 6-on-5. So you can see the ball moving inside the 2 meters, and that long pass is hard for a goalie to come across the cage like that. But they're allowing, again, setting their players up away from the ball is really important in the game of water polo.
And Marlon Moreno, the beneficiary there. So you like the movement on that last 6-on-5, or you feel like they could do even more?
No, movement's important. I think that's something that we've seen missing, this morning so far, and that just goes to show movement leads to success in regards to 6-on-5s.
Under 3 to play. Third quarter, Commerce trying to battle back off the post. Ricocheted hard on the McCall try. And can Commerce start to put some things together here? They've scored a couple. Casas now looking ahead. Here's Hernandez. Offensive, swimming underneath the defender there on the offensive. And now Riptide looking to take advantage, wasting no time. Quick outlet, but De La Mora off his line. Way out to 5 meters to control that one. And now he'll trigger it the other way. It's a 2-on-1 developing. Riptide working hard to get back, but here comes Commerce. Inside looking for a foul, nothing given there, and a takeaway from the keeper. So Commerce and Moreno worked in and worked for the foul, didn't get it, and now we come the other way. Thorsness takes a look and hits. What a swing. One stop on one end, looks to be a 2-on-1 for Commerce on the other, but it's Riptide hitting on the other end.
Exciting series of events here. Long way from home the goalie was, leading to quite a few opportunities.
So it seemed as if both sides were down a man in each direction, and it's Riptide taking advantage with the last try.
You can see Riptide here having all the time in the world to place that ball exactly where he wants.
Second goal of the day for Thorsness. So a 6-3 lead now for Riptide. And you talk about 2-goal swings, right? You're thinking 1 minute it's going to be 5-4, and Riptide changes that.
There is a momentum shift in the game when things like this happen.
Also important for younger players that we know will watch these games on demand after the fact, but can't expect a foul to be given. We saw that on the Commerce end of things. They're playing for a whistle, not playing to try and score the ball.
Right, no, and we always use kind of the thought process of take the referees out of the game. If you were going to take the referees out of the game, how would you play? You'd play as if, you're not depending on them, you're not involving them too much. It should be fluid. You should be playing, the way that you would think to play. Just put the ball in the back of the net, not work for the call. If you're sitting there working for the call, I mean, you're going to have a long game, and it's very dictated by the refs. If you're working to put the ball in the back of the cage, you're taking control of the game.
Second look here as Riptide adds another. This is Martino. Little push shot off the water here to put this one home. Past the keeper. Caught some of the bar down and in. And a 7-3 lead. And so a rough couple of minutes here for the Commerce team that looked like they were on the brink of making this a one-goal game, and quickly they're down 4.
That begins to shift the style of play. You start tapping into almost kind of desperation. We need a goal, we need a goal, we need a goal, which leads, sometimes to individual play or, silly shots.
Turnover on Commerce, but then an offensive on Riptide as they were headed the other direction, and now it's Commerce ball with under a minute to play in the third.
Commerce looks like they're in a good position here to put the ball away. Pulling out, taking their time on their offensive possession.
And now they'll wait for reinforcements.
Not a bad decision with a full clock.
Good look in front, right in close. Stuff it home. Dominic Navarez. It's a tough pass to get in close like that. Navarez gathers it and finishes.
It's nice to see this ball come in a nice straight line. Navarez, big pump, kind of looks like a fake. Bring the goalie up and then finding a nice skim low underneath the goalie's arm. That's a hard ball to follow for a goalkeeper when it's so close in front of the cage. Any movement coming off of the arm or any fake coming off of the arm can get that goalie to jump or move in one direction or another. There's less time to react as a goalie with the ball so close to the cage. A lot different than if you're watching the ball at 7 meters out.
Yeah, tracking that shot all the way in.
Exactly.
Final moments of the third quarter. Big rise up, but it was deflected on the way through, and Commerce controls. In transition, we'll have a timeout called as De La Mora was being pursued in the backcourt by Kennefic. And so Commerce will call for time and set things up here with 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Don't forget, coming up next, an all-time great rivalry showdown in club water polo. Olympic Club and the New York Athletic Club will get together. That's so often the championship match in various tournaments and competitions, and they'll meet here in National League Week 3 action. Pivotal result for standings going into the Fisher Cup in a couple of weeks in San Diego. This is a big month for water polo, Cami. You have this weekend. Next weekend, women's NCAA championships at Stanford. Then you have the Fisher Cup and National League Championship in San Diego, plus USA Water Polo's first Clearwater Beach Challenge in Clearwater Beach, Florida that weekend as well, open water polo, and it just continues on into the heart of the summer. So a lot to get excited about for water polo this month.
A lot of great water polo games to be watched, that's for sure. Let's see if Commerce can take advantage of the timeout that they called. Offensive opportunity. If they can get one more goal before this quarter is over, we're only looking at a 2-goal game here.
Big opportunity here for Commerce to close out the third.
Flores takes the first pass for Commerce.
Seeing a lot of movement here by Commerce.
They'll step out, field block. That's devoured, but good second effort to bat that back and keep things alive by Chang. 5 seconds left. Shot clock is off. From the outside. And an offensive with 3 on the clock. This won't reach the cage. And that is all for the third quarter. So Commerce makes a bit of a surge, so close to tying this game up, or at least getting within a goal. But then Riptide battles back. They have the 3-goal advantage. Fourth quarter coming up from Ocean View High School in Huntington Beach. Stay with us after these messages.
You've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Fourth quarter has begun here in Huntington Beach, California. National League Week 3 competition. Riptide and Commerce is their first. Viteri on the scene.
Riptide with the lead, but Commerce just not quite going away.
Yeah, they want that first win, Cammie. Both these teams 0 on the year right now, looking for that first victory.
Big backside turn in center position. Great opportunity for Commerce.
Moreno wheeling inside to draw that penalty, and this will be Navarez to take the penalty to try and make this a 2-goal game. Going against Alfred Becker. It's like a yellow card there to the Riptide. Score the goal. Navarez puts that one away, gliding towards the cage to bury that penalty.
Glad to see a great finish there by Commerce. There was a little bit of action prior to the shot, which when you leave a shooter in front of the cage by themselves for a little while with their thoughts, you know, some things can pop up. So
some bad memories, perhaps, shots that went by.
Exactly. For me as a player, I would love to just go up to the line, up with with the ball and finish, but referees were handling a yellow card call there to the Riptide coach, and again, leaving the shooter for some time in front of the cage thinking about, okay, what side, what corner, what shot am I going to shoot?
And a steal now, so Navarez puts away the penalty, now comes up with the steal.
Giving Commerce a little bit of energy and momentum here.
On the attack. And Navarez will work things around to the other side. Entry in, exclusion. Working into Moreno. And so this will go on Riptide and Ruiz.
Commerce taking their time with their 6-on-5 attack here.
Patient look. Good passing so far. That was a little hot coming across. But that's even hotter. How about the skip? It's a 1-goal game on the bounce. Commerce connecting. Mario Moran.
Moran taking the not ideal shot, but making it work. He comes up. Again, passing here. Nice long pass back over to the opposite side of the pool.
But caught him off the wrong hand.
Defense moving out, but he gets up big with his legs and finding the back of the cage. And here we are with a 1-goal spread.
Yeah, 7-6.
Again, Commerce not wanting to go away.
Moran just decided he was going to just get up big and smash that ball to the water the hardest he could on a skip, and it bounced in. And now Commerce rejuvenated. Does Riptide have an answer? Shot clock to 5, and an exclusion. As they worked inside to Kennefic. Trouble now. Riptide cruising in. Knocked down. Defense is there for Commerce. Here comes the pressure, but then a penalty called. And so a good second effort here from Devin Mefford. He charged the keeper, forced that ball under, and that's a penalty.
It's a difficult spot to be in as a goalkeeper. When you save that ball there, but you don't have any players to dish it out. Safe space to put the ball.
Thorsness turned away. De La Mora not having it.
Big stop for De La Mora.
He has made some big rejections today for Commerce. Alfred De La Mora. On the other end now, can Commerce find the equalizer? Moran takes a look. Shot clock to 6. Entry, quick backhand, and not quick enough as Becker is able to gather.
As the scoreboard adjusts, it's amazing to see the difference in energy and play with both the teams. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and we're looking at a spike of energy we haven't seen throughout the game yet.
Entry, double team, save again. De La Mora, but he cannot track him down in time before it hits the end line. So it'll come back in 2 meters, and you imagine he'll be ready now, Cammy, on the corner.
Yes.
And he's calling out instructions, press that
And
on the
staying
entry.
close to that corner, yep.
The turn and the score, nicely done, in close, Dalton Kennefic. So they covered up on the restart from 2 meters, but Kennefic battling in close, shedding 2 defenders and scoring.
A quick entry pass into Kennefic, leading to success. Some movement up, being guarded, leaving that opportunity in lane in for Kennefic. A good snap, strong layout, and finding the back of the cage.
And smartly turns and then drifts away from the defense. And a goalie change now for Riptide as Edward Sivaslovsky has returned. So back to their starter in net in the final minutes of this one. 5 minutes to go in the fourth as this has become a close affair.
Still a lot of water polo to be played. Will Commerce keep Riptide a little bit uncomfortable and back on their heels?
Nice job there by Mefford defensively to bat that entry away. That pass died a little short, but Kyle Graham will track it down. McCall gives a look. De La Mora calling for pressure.
3 seconds on the clock.
Doesn't matter. With the shot clock winding down, and how about the last minute from Dalton Kennefic? The post in close, the turn of the score, and then the shot clock buzzer beater from the outside through the block.
Kennefic wanting to stay comfortable, putting those points on the board.
De La Mora gets a fingertip on that, or a couple of fingers.
Navigating through 2 defensive players there and finding exactly what he was looking for.
This is where, if you're Commerce, it's how many times can you try and come back in this game? They've already chipped away a few times. Flores took his eye off the ball, stolen away. McCall. And Commerce may be running out of steam here as Riptide looks to rebuild their lead. Right in front, who else but Dalton Kennefic, looking for his own hat trick in this quarter. And he does.
3 in a row, 3 possessions, 3 goals on the scoreboard here, and we're looking at all areas of the pool. In the center position, outside, and now the counter attack. Proven to be an incredibly dynamic player here today, and determined to keep the score where it was at. Again, up here with the advantage, receiving the ball from behind and taking his time that he earned through his speed to find the back of the cage. Up on his legs, patient, and finish. Moving across the cage there is also really beneficial for that kind of one-on-one play to draw the goalie over.
Yeah, showing the full arsenal there too. As you mentioned, 3 different ways to score the ball. The exclusion. This will go against Medford of Riptide, so Commerce looking for another here. Dangerous pass as they work it around. Shot clock about to expire. Zivzlovsky controls that, but then it'll stay right here. An offensive foul as Riptide was headed the other direction, so Commerce will have new life here on offense.
Commerce organizing their offense here after taking off on counterattack D.
Viteri. They move this one around. A little lob try there from Flores. An easy pull down for Riptide. Under 3 to play here in the 4th.
Kennefic wide open in front of the cage once again.
In close, looking for a 4th, a scramble, and it turns over.
Thought it could have been his 4th point in a row.
1-man wrecking crew here in the 4th quarter.
When you're feeling it, you're feeling it.
Get the ball to Dalton Kennefic here in the 4th. In transition now. Moran moving in. Big fake, draws a double. Ordinary.
Maybe looking at the outside direct shot. Nope, spits it out.
And batted away by Zivzlovsky. So it'll come back in, corner throw. Shot clock resets to 20. That's part of those new rules as well. So not a full shot clock reset after goalies save it out. Designed to, again, increase some offense here.
He'll have to be moving quickly here on that corner throw.
Under 2 to play. A little over-aggressive there from Kennefic. He's excluded. So again, shot clock back up to 20. 6 on 5 now.
Again, you see Commerce going to that movement, trying to create some openings, and there it is.
Scored for Viteri. 10-7 with 141. May end up being just a little too late here for Commerce to try and battle back once more.
Again, nice movement, bringing the ball down inside the 2 meters. Passing the ball up. You'll watch up on his legs. Nice high near side corner finish. Legs are so important in our sport of water polo. If you're not able to find your legs and be strong up on your legs, it's going to be a really challenging game for you.
Yes, one of the fundamental keys in water polo. You talk to so many coaches. They start with that foundation of leg strength, and then everything else can kind of build from there.
I think about the training we've done around our leg strength over time on the national team. Every Tuesday, Thursday, dedicated to 10-pound weight belts. An hour of passing with weight belts. 10-pound weight belts.
Nearing the 1-minute mark. Long outlet pass and stolen away. McCall reads that one for the interception.
Riptide here with the advantage, 2-on-1.
Kennefic, perhaps a 4th goal.
Commerce goalie.
And he has just that, Dalton Kennefic with his 4th in this quarter.
Dalton Kennefic. We're under our final minute.
11-7, Riptide ahead with 52 seconds to play.
Again, finding himself in great position, putting in the work with his speed and anticipation, and allowing him to have these opportunities to take his time and find the cage. Even grab an arm grab there at the end, but able to find it.
Takeaway here as Kremp comes up with the turnover. Final moments of this one, he'll swim it into a corner. Riptide certainly doesn't need the goals as they are on the way to their first victory here.
Oh, big turn here.
2019. Shot clock to 10, about a 10-second differential game and shot clock here for Riptide. Timer to 2.
Kennefic with the ball deciding. Do I need to go for the fifth? Should I just throw it into the corner?
Didn't need to force that one there with this one decided. On the other end, last chance for Commerce, and it's on the money for Navarez.
Commerce fighting to the very end here. Long pass here, out from the goalie. Kind of a center entry pass, but big explosive move. Finding a lane just to the side of his defender and nailing it into the back of the cage.
And that is all for this one, as that one came with just less than a second to play. And Riptide holds off multiple Commerce rallies to win 11-8, and Riptide gets their first victory of the 2019 National League season. That is all for this one. Big one coming up next. Olympic Club, New York Athletic Club. Come back and join us right here live on USA Water Polo TV.